Welcome to Sex Talk with Kenyon and Chris. Today's topic, the first time part 1. Is that all there is?
I lost my virginity when I was 15 to another virgin who effectively kind of bullied me into doing it. I was fine having awkward oral sex, like, till the cows came home. I was all right.
So you
with
had
that.
oral with this person before?
Yeah, bad oral.
Okay.
Which is probably the best you can expect.
Sure.
When you're 15.
Right.
But I remember it was a summer romance, and I was going to go back to boarding school in the fall, and I think she was terrified that I would go back to boarding school and break up with her, which is exactly what I did. I think she thought that if we had sexual intercourse before I went back to school, that somehow that would guarantee that I would want to stay with her.
Okay.
And I remember, like, when we finally did it, it was I kept putting it off. Like, oh, let's wait. And then finally it got down to, like, it was the night before I was supposed to go back to boarding school.
Okay.
It was the last night of summer.
All right.
I was wearing these awful shorts. I'll never forget these plaid sort of flannel volleyball shorts. They were in style at the time. So
all right.
I like to tell myself that. And she was wearing sort of a sailor-inspired ensemble. And we waited till my parents. We always hung out at my house because my parents were more easygoing. And when my parents, you think about the sailors. Yeah. Right.
Oh, man. Oh, Lord.
It was like this was sort of like what Donald Duck wears.
Did it have a placket on the front? Like a placket, like a 4-button
not a
placket?
full-on placket, but it implied a placket.
Sure.
It definitely did. And there was a hat, and there was a bow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
tie it together,
so we
right?
waited until my parents went to bed.
Sure.
And then I remember it was just like, let's do this. It suddenly, there was no foreplay. There was no even kissing, I don't think. It was just suddenly like, take off your clothes, get on the sectional, because that was the couch. We were in the TV room.
This is her saying this to you, or you saying
Just
this
like unspoken. But it was like,
got you.
And it wouldn't go in. And I remember just, why isn't it going in? Because she wasn't wet. I was nervous as hell. I did have a boner.
Sure.
But I was like, oh man. And I just remember thinking, let's just stop. And she was like, no, we have to do it. My dad's coming to pick me up in 15 minutes. And so, in a minivan. And so we somehow it sort of started to go in. And I remember her, and she was on top. And I was on the bottom on the floor, and she was like, ow, fuck, ow, And I was like, just stop. And she was like, no, we're gonna do this. And I had this terrible feeling of it, like, inflicting pain on someone. I just didn't. And then the best thing that could possibly happen, my dad walks in. So I hadn't heard him coming down the steps because she was like,
that wasn't just enough to.
So the door opens, and he's like, and he's sort of somnambulant, like kind of, sleepwalking, half asleep, half awake. Sure. He's like, and he uses my nickname, Bear. Are you in here with Jenny? And I was like, yeah. Please don't turn on the light. And there's silence for about a minute. And a lot of nasal breathing. I heard. And then I finally mustered up the courage. I said, Dad. He said, yes. I said, could you give us some privacy, please? And he didn't say anything. He just turned around, closed the door, and walked back up the stairs. And then, like 30 seconds later, the honk of her father's minivan horn outside.
Okay.
And then I remember there was this kind of, plaintive moment where she was putting on the sailor suit again, and I was pulling up those wretched shorts, and she said, "It was great, right? It was great. It was beautiful, right? It was beautiful." And I was like, "Yeah, it was. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And I love you so much. Yes, I love you too." And then I just went up. She left. I went upstairs, and I looked at myself in the bathroom mirror, and I looked down, and I yanked the. It was back when condoms were that awful yellow color. They were just that awful, like the golden rod.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I remember pulling it off my limp 15-year-old ween and plopping it in the toilet and peeing and flushing. And is that all there is? Just occurred to me.
Sure.